So yeah, in this video, for today's D-Day plus 24 topic, we're going after our old, lazy, and complacent owner in Art Rooney II. So now, obviously, we're sitting at one and four right now. We're one of the worst teams in football. We're undoubtedly the worst team in the AFC right now, and easily one of the top three worst teams in the NFL as of week 6. And coming to think of this all, I am not as shocked as most of you are, because this is what happens when you go into a season where you don't have a true number one receiver. And of course, as of right now, our receivers are playing like garbage outside of George Pickens, of course. And of course, we went into this season losing Joe Hayden and not even bothering to reach out for a number one caliber corner. I mean, hell, we barely even have a number 2 corner. Barely even a number 3 corner, I might even add. And this is all on our complacent owner, Art Rooney II. On top of the fact that our defensive line is old, and Art Rooney II hardly did anything to address that. Hardly anything. I mean, and whenever he does address these needs of ours, he gets mediocre, below average, subpar, and just garbage players. Either that, or he'll just promote from within, expecting them to handle a higher position the same way they do their original position. This is the perfect example of complacent ownership. Right there. Not just with the team, but also with the coaching and the personnel. As well as the fact that he hired, when Kevin Colbert retired, our longtime GM, what does he do? Doesn't even bother to interview outside the box. He just simply hires from within an Omar Khan. Now, yeah, Omar Khan. I mean, I'm not gonna bash him yet at all. I'm willing to give that dude a chance. And of course, 2023 will be that dude's first off season as our general manager. So I'm not gonna get on Omar Khan just yet. But Art Rooney II, coming to think of it, our 1-4 start, our hideous start to the season, is number one your fault. You are the number one reason why we are 1-4 right now. And it's pretty clear that teams around the league don't take us serious anymore. They don't fear us. They don't respect us anymore. And what's the number one reason for that? There's other reasons for it, but the main reason is you, Art Rooney II. And why is that? It's because of your lazy and complacent ownership and way of doing business with this franchise. And that is why we are one of the bottom 5 worst teams in football. Truth be fucking told. And when you see that some of the bigger YouTubers like Buffalo Fanatics, after the Bills murdered us 38-3, when you see people like him referring to us as a warm-up game, that's how you know that the mighty has fallen. Yeah, that's right. The mighty within this franchise has fallen and it has hit rock bottom. It has shattered into a million pieces. And until we entirely change our ways, in order to keep up with the top tier teams in today's football, then we're just going to simply watch other teams year in and year out compete for a championship / raise up that Super Bowl trophy while we sit on our couches in January watching it at home. Whether if it's us missing the playoffs or making it just to go one and done or lose in the divisional round. And whose fault is that? Mainly yours, Art Rooney II. Your fault. Because of your complacency. Because, look at this picture right here. And now, yes, I know it's just power rankings as it is just somebody's opinion, but okay. So so circled in light blue are the top 4 worst teams in the NFL, and in green is where we stand at 29 according to Pete Prisco. Now look, I don't give a shit about what these people say normally, but for the hell of it, just look at it, okay? Just for the hell of it. Why are we at the bottom? And now let's also look at the teams that I circled in red. The Los Angeles Rams, granted they're off to a rather rocky start. The Green Bay Packers, Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, and Philadelphia Eagles. Because, why are those teams in contention year in and year out and are able to at least win some playoff games here and there as of the recent years? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that that some of these teams that I've named have recently won a Super Bowl? Why do you think that is? Now, if I had to take a very wild guess at that, let me think. Oh! I know the answer! Right? Oh yeah! It's because those teams don't have a complacent front office like we do. Isn't that right, Art Rooney II? So let's take one of these teams by example. If I had to choose, let's just say the Philadelphia Eagles. This offseason, let's see, what did they do? And why are they 5-0 right now? Let's see, what big move did they make? Let's think back. Oh yeah! They traded for A.J. Brown, a legit weapon for Jalen Hurts. Wow! I never knew that getting in real talent could do so much for your team. Is that not the truth, Art Rooney II? Maybe if you weren't so complacent, maybe we wouldn't be 1-4. Because it's like those teams, unlike you, Art, know how to bring in real talent. So when the Pew Stickland Deflatriate dynasty officially took its death, when bitch boy Brady went down to Tampa, what did the Buffalo Bills do to take full advantage of that? That's correct. They signed Stephon Diggs, aka real talent. While we just continue to do the same old shit, log cabin in-house hiring, signing mediocre players at best. Because, oh yeah, for the 1 millionth time, Art, we are complacent. But the teams that I circled in red are the very opposite of that. The very opposite of that. And that's why 3 of the teams that I circled has a recent Super Bowl win. And now, what is another thing, another very key thing that these teams that I circled in red do that we don't? What could that possibly be? Oh, I have the answer. They actually address their needs. Another thing that our complacent owner, Art Rooney II, does not do. And even when he does, it's usually just a subpar / mediocre player. That's Art Rooney for you. That is our old diaper changing needing owner does. Our thirst for prune juice owner does. So yeah. And if you expect to match up and hang in there with those teams one day, because in the AFC, the road to the Super Bowl is gonna go through Kansas City and Buffalo for the time being, at the very least. And if we expect to get past those teams and knock them down and get to the promised land and hoist that trophy anytime soon, if we expect that to happen, Art Rooney II, stop being complacent. Stop letting the greatness of the team's history blind you from today's current reality on the fact that we are where we are now, which is one of the worst teams in football, and we have to climb all the way back up and regain our morale all over again. That is the only way how we're gonna see that you have truly woken up, Art Rooney II. So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Art Rooney II, as the title of this video says, wake up or sell the team. I'm out.